Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Amma ba'da, habati fillah, assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As'al Allah Kareem, Rabbil Arshil Azim, and yatawallana fi dunya wal akhirah. We ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects us, preserves us, forgives us, guides us, rectifies our condition and affairs, and that of our brothers and sisters in Philistine specifically. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect them, free them, preserve them, lift the oppression from them, and repel their enemies into caves with the animals. Ahabati fillah, a question was asked: is Salafiyah, is it something which is only Aqidah? So this is a question and an answer that comes up with a lot of the youth. A lot of the youth have misunderstandings, and sometimes even students of knowledge misrepresent this point. So the short answer is absolutely you must have amal, and that is from Islam. That Islam and Iman, aqowl lisan, wa amal jawarih bijawarih, wa amal biqalb. That you have to have belief in your heart, actions on your limbs, and actions of the tongue, meaning that you speak and you make dhikr and things like this. Listen to this beautiful explanation of Hafiz ibn Rajab, rahmatullahi alayhi, rahmatan wasiyah, in his book Jami' Ulum wal Hikam. And it's an explanation of a beautiful hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which is a hadith minhajiyah. It's a hadith which has to do with the methodology of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah, which will illustrate for us that yes, you need to have deeds. It's not sufficient that you say, oh, so-and-so has the correct aqidah. They're just a really great Salafi, but yet they're always in the nightclub. She's a really great sister and she does talib al-ilm and she's Salafi, but yet she's a stripper at night. These are not far-fetched stories. Al-Hafidh ibn Rajab rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned where the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in the hadith, وَمَنْ يَعِيشْ مِنْكُمْ بَعْدِي فَسَيَرَى اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. Whoever lives after me will see many differences. فَعَلَيْكُمْ بِسُنَّتِي وَسُنَّةِ الخُّلَفَاءِ الرَّاشِدِينَ الْمَهْدِينَ. So it's upon you my sunnah and the sunnah of the rightly guided khulafa الراشدين المهديين, meaning Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, wa Ali radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een. So he says, وقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم, where the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم has said, فمن يعيش منكم بعدي فسيرى اختلافا كثيرا فعليكم بسنتي وسنة الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين من بعدي عضوا عليها بالنواجذ وإياكم ومحدثات الأمور. So Imam Ibn Rajab comments about that because the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, cling to the sunnah, my sunnah, and the sunnah of the rightly guided khulafa rashidin al-mahdiin with your molar teeth. So Ibn Rajab comments, he says, هذا إخبار منه صلى الله عليه وسلم بما وقع في أمته بعده من كثرة اختلاف أصول الدين وفروعه. So he says that this is akhbar, this is news, this is prophecy from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam of what would happen to his ummah after him, with them having immense amount of differing, which we see in usul ad-din wa furu'ihi, and also the subsidiary issues. We have so many differences. We can't even decide when we're going to pray Eid in one single city because of the different madhabs and these ones follow Saudi Arabia, these ones follow Pakistan, these ones actually look at the moon sighting according to the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, these ones estimate by a calendar. We have so many problems with something simple like that, like breaking your fast and starting fasting. So what about all the other issues of aqidah and methodology? فَسَيَرَى اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. So he says, وَفُرُوعِهِ وَفِي أَعْمَالِ وَأَقْوَالِ وَاعْتِقَادَاتِ, and also in our actions and our statements and in belief, in i'tiqadat, meaning the Muslims would break into sectarianism and they would have different opinions, different actions and deeds, and different beliefs. Wallahu musta'an. وَهَذَا مُوَافِقٌ لما روي عنه من افتراق أمته على بدع وسبعين فرقة. He said, then this is in accordance with the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where the Prophet salawatu rabbi wasalamu alaihi mentioned that we would break into 73 sects. Let's go to the hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Iftarakat al-Yahud ala 71 firqa, wa iftarakat al-Nasara ala 72 firqa, wa sataftariku hadhihi umma ala 73 firqa kullaha fi an-nar illa wahida." So he said the Jews will break into 71 sects, Christians 72 sects, my ummah is 73 sects, all of them in the fire except one. And they said, "Who are they, Ya Rasulullah?" And he said, "Those who are upon what I'm upon and my companions today." So Ibn Rajab here is referring to this hadith. And then he goes on to say, وَأَنَّهَا كُلَّهَا فِي النَّهَرِ إِلَى فِرْقَةِ وَاحِدَةٍ. And he said, and all of them will be in the hellfire except one firqa. He referred to them as a firqa because iftiraq firqa, that there's a sect. This is where the term saved sect comes from. Or in another hadith and narration, the Prophet ﷺ talked about the taifa, okay, a group, a sect. So all sectarianism in Islam is not sinful and bad. There is such thing as one sect, a saved sect. Taifat Mansura, which all come from Hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you disagree with that, go to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said when he said Al-Jama'ah. He said the group. And in the Hadith Taifat Mansura, he said La tazal taifatun min ummati dhahiri al-haq. He said there won't cease to be a group from my nation that's on the truth. That's what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. That's what we say. So then he says, وَهِيَ مَا كَانَ عَلَيْهِ وَأَصْحَابِهِ, meaning that the truth, the people that are following the truth, the right way, is the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions. radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. وَلِذَلِكَ فِي هَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أمر عند الافتراق واختلاف بتمسك بسنته وسنة خلفاء الراشدين من بعده. So he says, and that's why in this hadith, the directive is that when you find this sectarianism and splitting in division, that the remedy is you adhere tamassak bi sunnatihi, to the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the sunnah of his rightly guided Khalifate. And then he says, was sunnah, so now he's going to explain what he means by sunnah. هي الطريق المسلوك فيشمل ذلك التمسك بما كان عليه وهو خلفاؤه الراشدون من الاعتقادات والأعمال وأقوال. So he says, and this includes this concept of the sunnah. It is a path. It is a way, a maslak. It is masluk. So it's a way even of your actions in this path. He says, and this includes adhering to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was upon and his rightly guided Khulafa Rashidin al-Mahdiin from Aqidah, creed, A'mal, actions, wa aqwal, statements, as we mentioned in the beginning. وَهَذِهِ هِيَ sunnah kamila, and this is the sunnah kamila. This is the complete and perfect sunnah. وَلِهَذَا كَانَ السَّلَفْ قَدِيمًا لَا يَطْلَقُونَ الْإِسْمَ السُّنَّةِ إِلَّا عَلَى مَا يَشْمَلَ ذَلِكَ كُلُّهُ. So he says, and this is the profound and very important point, he says, and the Salaf, the classical scholars, those people who came before us, meaning the Sahaba, the Tabi'een, with Tabi'een, that they used to use this word Sunnah to refer to the whole deen, all of those things. So that means the Sunnah and Ahl Sunnah and Salafiyah is your manners, it's your Aqidah, it is your methodology, it is your mu'amalat, how you deal with people. And your deeds, your prayer, all of that. Because all of that is deen. And that is the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sallam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.